on board Hitesh Doshi then, Chairman and MD at Waaree Energies, and talk about how their business has been. Mr. Doshi, great to have you on the show. Let's talk about the recent acquisition of NL Green Power and what are the synergies, the benefits, what exactly has been the rationale behind this acquisition for you?
As we discussed also during our IPO, that Waaree is moving from the solar energy to the entire energy transition. And in the entire energy transition, we are going backward integration, also going on the forward side. So particularly when we are speaking about the NL in India has some operating asset in a wind and solar. Also, they have a pipeline. For us, this is a strategically important. One way is we are entering into the wind, number one. Number two is we are getting the pipeline. With the annual acquisition, our pipeline will increase now to the 10,000 megawatt plus. That means Waaree as a group, we have the EPC company under the name of Waaree Renewable Technology. We have the manufacturing company under the name of Waaree Energies Limited. So, and batteries and hydrogen and all that. So entire group, now they have a clear visibility of a 10,000 megawatt plus the order book. It may be for the EPC, it may be for the manufacturing product like a solar panel and all that. So overall for the group, this is in line with the plan where we offer a customer a complete solution in the green energy transition. So this is a very strategic and very important acquisition for Waaree.
Right. So, how exactly would you be funding the acquisition and what are the pending approvals currently?
Of course, when we'll be doing this 10 gigawatt line, there'll be a lot of requirement of the funds, and we are discussing with the various investors. At this moment, for the 792 crores, we have the internal accruals. So we'll fund this acquisition by internal accruals only.
Okay, point taken. But what are the pending approvals which you're waiting by for, post which the acquisition will be complete? Is there anything that we should watch out for?
There are some statutory requirements or some approvals. I believe that in next 60 to 90 days, we should be able to complete that. And once it is completed, the acquisition will over. But it is an approval process, as we know. It may take some more longer time also, or it can be done in a shorter time also.
So what kind of Capex will the company be doing going forward? The company said it plans to do a investment of 500 crore, an investment of 200 crore, up to 300 megawatt of electrolyzer manufacturing plant, and 2073 Capex in investment. Okay, just tell us your Capex plan, sir.
To give an idea about, again, what we spoke during the IPO, we are moving on one side on the backward integration, where we had already declared that our trial production for solar cell is started. We are moving into the ingot wafer manufacturing in the solar space. Similarly, we have declared about the battery manufacturing, hydrogen electrolyzer manufacturing. So as a company, we are investing on the backward integration constantly. The other side, we are investing on a forward, like infrastructure, power generation, power cells. So this is a continuous story. To give you a specific number will be very difficult today. And as you know that the sector is a hot, demand is very good. Apart from India, we have invested already in the United States, and our production of the solar panel is also started there. So this will be internationally and locally. This journey will be continuously going ahead. We'll continue to increase our capabilities in terms of the technology, in terms of the quantity, the production volume or execution volume in a EPC business or other businesses. This will continuously to grow. So I think that time will tell you about the Capex, and we'll come back to you every time as soon as we plan for it.
Right. So I also wanted to discuss and understand, the entire solar play within the global context, and how is it that you're looking at the global conditions and parameters for the entire industry? Because in November, the Chinese government announced a rebate reduction on some exports, including photovoltaic products as well, from 13 to 9%. And now with the new administration in the US, there is that near-term uncertainty on the continuation of the current IRA and other incentives as well that you are anticipating for the solar sector per se.
I mean, if you look any report today of any third party today, right? All these reports are talking about at least 30% growth globally year on year in the solar. The reasons are very simple. If the energy demand is constantly increasing, we alone see the data centers energy demand today. We don't have the enough supply today. So there is an immediate need of the energy. And when you need immediate electricity source, the fastest deployment, cheapest and safest today is in a solar space. So globally, you name the country, right? And you see the quarter on quarter, even the Indian data has been published last week. So when we see quarter on quarter, any country today, except the few months of, I'll say the snow and all that, it is growing. And I don't see this is going to stop, at least in my opinion, for next 10 years.
Okay, what happens to your US expansion plans if there are any changes, let's say in the IRA and the tariffs that's been talked about? Is there a possibility that you will go slow on expansion?
Understand the Waaree's position. Being a largest exporter to the US, we are not stopping at the US only. We have gone into the US and we set up our manufacturing facilities in US. And you know the tariffs, you know the Made in America, as well as the Elon Musk, who is the own saying that the energy from the sun should be captured more and more all the time. And we are seeing that. So at Waaree, we are positioned as a Made in America product. Also, it is available there as the production is already started. From India, for last 10 years history we have, and we see a very close relationship in the coming days between the United States and India. So from India, we are ready with our own wafer, ingot, cell manufacturing to make the solar panels. And the long history in the United States market, what Waaree is enjoying today, we have a strong customer base and relationship there. So overall, if you look to the picture for Waaree, it looks good for us, and we are quite optimistic about that.
How is the overall competitive intensity in this sector? Analysts say that competition will impact margins from 2028. What is your take on the same?
I mean, in every business, when it grows, this pressure comes. But when you have like companies like Waaree today, when we have a confirmed order book for more than 2 years, and which we have been informing at time to time, definitely Waaree is at the good sector place today. But when the industry is growing fast, the more and more manufacturers are coming at certain segments of the market, there will be a tough competition and there will be a margin pressure. Certain segments where you are playing as a premier player, there will be definitely pressure, but not that much.
Right. Also wanted to understand where is it that you're seeing the Indian solar industry growth, because rates have come down and analysts are now talking about competition. How is it that you assess the growth of the industry in medium to long term?
If we look today to the overall deployments, we have seen India has done the record installation in 2024. And definitely the number for 2025 will be bigger than this. The way the government is supporting various schemes. It may be the rooftop schemes or Pradhan Mantri Solar Bijli Mukti Yojana. We talk about the Kusum farmer schemes. We talk about the number of tenders are coming. Tenders which are coming for the batteries along with the solar, along with the wind. So overall demand is for India is increasing. Definitely at that time, more and more manufacturers are also coming. So with that, the customers' awareness is also increasing. So customers are not buying now the solar panels before doing a proper due diligence, and their knowledge is most helpful to the companies like us who are working in a certain category with a certain quality, focus on the certain raw materials to make sure that we make a product which is a world class and one of the best qualities. So that is helping to the companies who are working in these directions, and Waaree is definitely the beneficial of that. So overall, for the India, everyone like me are the optimistic as far as the demand is concerned, as far as the awareness is concerned, and at the same time, more and more manufacturers will bring some pressure at the certain segment of the market where they don't need a long history of performance of the panels.
But solar is one of the sectors which is in focus during the budget time as always, because the government has been very vocal about the kind of support it wants to give to renewable energy. Anything specific that we should watch out for this budget, or you've had conversations in the pre-budget conversations?
Definitely, we have seen how the government is proactive about the solar and making it sure that we get uninterrupted 24/7 power. So first of all, we appreciate as an industry the way the government is working for it. For a solar industry, definitely there are the challenges in terms of the land or the grid connections, and government is working on that with this solar land parks, as well as getting more and more the grid connections. So as a manufacturing, definitely we expect the government, it may be not only the solar, it is the batteries or all other products which require in the entire ecosystem, that we should make them in India if we want to use them in India. And we know that government is working in this direction to promote a made in India. And any raw materials also, which we are importing today from the outside, that also government is working to make it India. So from this budget, as a manufacturers, as a service providers, there are simple 2-3 requirements in terms of the taking out the hurdles from putting up the solar panels or manufacturing, and another is how we increase more and more make in India. But there's no need to make this demand, as government is already working in these directions. Of course, when it comes to the manufacturing, we have requested through our associations to go back to the 15% tax regime to promote more and more manufacturing in the country. And I think government is working in that direction also.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Doshi, today for your time. Good to have you on the show and understand not just Waaree's, but the entire industry dynamics as well. Let's just revisit what the market has settled.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.